Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with StampItCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome back to another video tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me. This month we have our celebration event and I'm featuring the Stylish Sketches stamp set. For this week, this is my last card. I'm going to use these adorable little ducks. And I'm also using the Lovely You stamp set for my sentiments. I just love the fonts on here. Okay, we're also going to use one other celebration item. It's called the Rings of Love Designer Series paper. I'm just going to show this to you real quick, and I'll be featuring this later on, but today I wanted to use a little bit of this to go with our duck card. So this is great paper. It's got colors and patterns for all year long. So we have this pretty floral pattern. We have a green and red plaid pattern for Christmas on the back of that. We have this fun autumn acorn set, which is or print that I'm going to be using today. Then on the back of that is this one, which could be for summer or spring. And then we have this pretty bird set that could be used any time of year. And then on the back, I love this one. This is kind of one of those watercolor wash where you throw salt on it and it kind of soaks back in that ink. This is gorgeous. And then all these adorable houses. Love this one. Then on the back, we have this fun medallion print, and I love these colors. Love, love, love them. And then this cute little mushroom and leaf pattern. To me, this is fall, even though there's butterflies and things in there, but it has a lot of great fall colors. And then of course these rings, and this coordinates with one of our other stamp sets that I'll be showing later when I feature this paper. And then we have this beautiful poinsettia pattern, and then on the back, these fun trees. And what I like about this one is a lot of times when we have these tree patterns, it's like a ground and then trees, but with these, you can cut this up and it's just trees all the way through, so you don't feel like you have lost sections of sky without a ground. So, love that paper. So we're going to use just a little bit for today, and we're going to do a fun fold. So I'm going to start off with a piece of crushed curry, and I'm just going to fold this in half and give it a crease, and then I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer. All right, I'm going to open this back up, and I actually have to do this backwards. So I'm going to cut it from the inside, measure it from the inside. Yes, 1 inch. Now I've forgotten to write down my measurements. So I think that we're going to do 1 inch, and then let me double check. I'm going to write these on my blog so you will know. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, 1 inch, and then 3 3/4. And I'm just going up to the score line. So we're just going to do the front of our card. All right. Let's fold those back down. All right, so now we have our 3 panels. Okay, so let's bring in the rest of our pieces. So I have a piece of, I'm using soft suede for my mats, and they're going to go on the card like this. And then I've cut a little piece of that acorn paper to go here and one to go here. And then I have a piece of shimmery white cardstock. So we're going to set that aside. We can go ahead and adhere this down to our card and get it prepped. And then when we'll do our stamping and coloring. And this month, Stampin' Up! Is featuring watercoloring, kind of watercolor month here with Stampin' Up! So we'll do a little watercoloring today, just to get in the spirit of things. All right. Okay, let's get our adhesive going. And these type of cards, you know, you can do all different, you know, ways you want to do it. I kind of wanted to do mine asymmetrical today. I haven't talked to anyone today yet. I got a little frog in my throat. Sorry about that. Okay, now I'm just going to put this down and I'll make sure that it's lined up perfectly with the edge, and we'll adhere this. All right, come on. Come on, adhesive, get going. There it goes. Too much going there now. Okay, make sure this is over here with this side. And now we have our center flap that's going to open. Okay, we'll just glue this down and then we will do our stamping, as long as we got things going here. Okay, so I'm going to use some StazOn. So when you're watercoloring, you really need to use the StazOn ink so it doesn't bleed. Make sure our ducks are inked up, ready to go. I'm going to stamp these at the top. All right, then I'm going to do the cherished friend, and let's see if we can get the stamp down here at the bottom straight. Hopefully. Oh, relatively straight. It'll do. Okay, now we're going to do some watercoloring. So with these, I'm going to do this time, we're going to use some re-inkers. And let's start with, let's do the beaks and the feet of our ducks. These are mallards. So I'm just using a teeny bit of crushed curry. And I've got, use your water painter, or you can use paintbrush or whatever you have. And I'm just putting a little bit on a big block here and just doing a little bit of light watercoloring for our feet and our beaks. Okay, that's it. Super quick and easy. Okay, you have a paper towel or a rag or something handy. All right, let's do our one Mallards head. They usually have kind of a green shiny head, so I'm just going to do like 1 drop of shaded spruce. And then we'll get a little water in there. I don't want it too dark. I want to be able to see all of our shading here. That's a little too dark. That's where you just take your paper towel. We get a little, I've got a little extra water here on this side. We can always add more color, but it's hard to take it away. You have to dab it quick if you're going to take it away. All right. That's pretty close to the shade I want, so we're going to go with that. All right. Next, let's do, you know, mallards have just a little bit of blue on their wing. So I'm going to use a little Pacific Point. Okay. Of course, it's too much water now. But I want it pretty dark. Right about here. You don't usually see it until they open their wing, but we've got a little spot. So I think I'm going to add just a little blue right there. We'll let that dry. And then for our female duck, I'm going to use soft suede. I'm going to give it 2 drops because I'm going to use a little extra of that. Okay. I put a lot of water because I'm going to do just kind of an all over suede, and then we might add a little extra darkness on her. Okay. And this is, I should have gotten a paper towel, but that's okay. I always keep some of these little washcloths handy. And then, of course, now I get it on my backdrop. That's okay, because we can just put a little water here and then use a piece of rag that's not inky and just wipe that right off. Okay, and then I'm going to take just a teeny bit more and do a little highlighting. And then this can be drying. Okay, now our male mallard is a little more grayish, so I'm going to use some gray granite right here. I don't even need that much. And then I'm going to mix a little bit right here with a little bit of soft suede right in the middle. Make it a little bit gray, more gray than our female duck. And this will dry a little more gray, and you'll see a difference in color, hopefully. And we gotta leave that white white ring. Just making sure I have a little more gray. That white ring in there. Okay. And I think last we'll do a little crumb cake for the ground. All right, I think that's good. We have a little bit of leakage over here. Let's see if we can get rid of a little bit of that. That's a little better. Okay. Oh, and then I'm gonna tell you, this is not my strong point. I have very achy fingers today. Okay, let's let that dry for a second. You can use your heat tool too. And it's watercolor, so it's okay if you're outside the lines, right? That is my feeling. Okay, let's do a little embellishment. I have some linen thread. I have just a little bit left on this spool. Let's see if this is enough. I want to do kind of a double loop and a bow right here. Oh, that should be good. All right. Let's get this even, and then we can move our bow where we need it to be. All right, cut that loop, trim this just a hair, and then let's do this. We'll see if we can get this in the middle. Maybe a little closer to our, a little above the center between the two. All right, I know I can get it close to the middle. You would think. Okay, let's use a little tape just to hold that in place. It's not as tight as I would like it to be, so we can tighten it up with a little tape on the back. Just kind of pull both those sides in, and then that slat goes in the back, and that is held perfectly in place. And we are going to adhere this down to our front. Bring this back in. Cute! That one is a little more masculine. Let me show you the first one I did, which is, you can use these specs for more feminine card too. So you can see I went with a little bit lighter shade, and then used the floral pattern, and then some of this beautiful soft seafoam ribbon. So, love the duck set. It's very, we live here in Arkansas. It's a big duck hunting country. So, if you've got a man in your life, there's a good chance that he'll like to go hunting. So, I hope you enjoyed these. Just remember, you can earn the Stylish Sketches stamp set for free with a $50 order. So I will put a link below to purchase an order, and then a link to my blog where I will have measurements and supplies and all that good stuff. All right, thanks everybody for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.